I am. I'm thankful and I'm appreciative of you. All right, so it's showing I'm live on StreamYard and I'm live on YouTube. So woohoo! We'll get to that in a second. I'm gonna grab my food, bring it back here before Johnny Cash decides he wants it. Make your mama. Do you? Or no? Make your mama. Make your mama. All right, ladies, look, I'm gonna put y'all back here by the laptop real quick so I can get all this stuff back here, and I'll be right back. Yeah, get us some people in here because this seat's gonna get good. It's gonna be bad, but it's gonna be good. Be right back. Bring your tail back here. So you can eat. Okay. Come on, come back here, Mama. We got a live. We gotta go to these documents. Come on. Come on. Come back here. Come back here with me. Come on. Come on, son. Come on, you can get some crunch. Come on. Come on, come on. Come on. Get up there. Hop up there. Get up there. Get up there. Good boy. Y'all look who's back here with us. He said, hey. Hold on, baby. Mama gotta get you tonight too. Watch out. Yep. Yeah. He jumped up here with us. I convinced him to come back here with us. So there you go. You gonna say hey to everybody? Huh? You gonna tell them hi? Hey. Oh, you just gonna sit your butt down, huh? There we go. There's that. You're gonna have to move just a little, son. Like right there. Thank you. So Mama can sit down with you. Y'all ready to get this show on the road? Huh? Say hi, John. Oh. Tell him hi, son. Ain't he the most beautiful animal in the world? Oh, we got going on here. Come on there, Mama. Yeah, I know. Hey, for us. Let's get ready to rumble. Possibly. Comments. There we go. There's that. Alrighty. Ladies and gentlemen, what we have here today is Johnny Cash trying to eat my food for real. And we have here, son, hold that for me. We have documents. We have all the documents. That's true. I'm one who's a big replay watcher. There are those just like me. Yep. Who we got in here? If you could, when they come in here, you guys, let's keep them on. Try to keep. I mean, because I do good enough staying off topic. Let's if you will, y'all know how to do it. Geez, y'all know how to do it. So, getting this finalized. Next time I know not to do no live, would y'all? Until I get completely ready. No, I'm joking. Yeah. And let me see here. We got the tragedy. I'm going to go ahead and throw this out here. You tragedy pimps that was messing with Miss Diana McCarter, the babysitter. I ain't forgot about y'all snaking ass. I ain't. Don't think for 1 second I have. Because I haven't. It's just, you see, things that we have going on in our lives a little bit more important than the crap y'all got. Because all y'all some clout. Yeah. So. And, crotch keeper, baby. I love y'all. I do. So, my cat eats everything I eat. Did y'all know that? Yeah, let me give y'all one last view of the baby. If I can get my phone to turn around. There he is. You're not showing your butt on TV, national TV. I swear. Kids can't take them anywhere. All right, so let me turn that volume down real good. They are the best. He's my best friend. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give you a little backstory real quick. November 13th, 2022. Well, I believe it was like the same day or the 14th. November 14th, 2022, I believe is when it was broken to all of us on social media that there had been a massive homicide at the address of 1122 King Road in Moscow, Idaho, which involved 4 students. The students' names are Madison Mogan, Kaylee Gonsalves, Ethan Chapin, and Xana Cornu. Big backdrop. All the information that we gathered here on social media and things like that, we tend to get a bad name for ourselves, but if you want to know my true and honest opinion, the reason we get a bad name is because we do the work. We get out here, we sleuth, we dig deep. I mean, we probably do better investigating than the FBI and stuff like that. There are a few things I want to point out before we get started. One, there's been some body cam footage that's been released from where BRYAN. It's okay, son. It's the people next door. Tell me, I got a great bodyguard right here. Yeah, the facts do matter. Why are my... You guys, I'm going to jump off of the phone real quick. And I'm going to, I don't know. I don't understand why I want it to be on my StreamYard, but it's not. Let me just go this way. Hold up. I use my StreamYard for everything. I couldn't see my comments was. But we do have, we got the documents. That we do. We got the documents. But the backstory is basically, long story short, there was a massive homicide at 1122 King Road, Moscow, Idaho, which has been known as the murder house, which has been known as this, what we are going to call it today and here on out. I'm going to call it Angel House. I'm renaming it Angel House. Because my eyes, they were still babies. And they, that's y'all in chat. And they, lost 4 people that day. Lost loved ones that day. And, on that day, God gained angels. But, here we go. Just gonna go ahead and get started. First thing I'm going to pull up here and show y'all is the website called State of Idaho Judicial Branch. My goodness. This is all that stuff there. All legalities, basically. You know what I'm saying? They have live streams on here that you can watch and everything. So, hey, mods, if y'all need to get my attention, put it in all caps, okay? In case y'all need to draw my attention or y'all got a question or whatever. But just all caps for my mods only, please. Thank you, por favor. So then we go back to right here. Can y'all hear me? I mean, are y'all seeing the screen and everything? Are y'all able to see the screen? I mean, I want to make sure. I mean, I know it's streaming on StreamYard. Okay. All right. All technicalities are a go. Lift off. I've got somebody working on my introduction too, by the way, for my channel. So yeah. All right. So yesterday and a few days ago, prior to today, y'all forgive me. I mean, just forgive me. Uh, it's like this site has been stalked. People in Idaho. This is the largest case I've ever covered. Largest one. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Johnny, you didn't bring us no napkins back here, son? He didn't. He's grounded. But I have one. So, hold on one second. Let me get right here. Right at the top. It's the state of Idaho versus BRYAN C. KOHBERGER. Latah County, Idaho. Case number CR. In case anybody wants to know what that CR stands for. Yeah, here we go. I'm going to break this down some because I am a legal office assistant as well. Quick background on me. I'm a legal officer. I'm a jack of all trades. I've been to the federal penitentiary for drug-related charges. I'm a recovering addict, and I'm an advocate for getting justice. I have been a victim of so many things in my life. I have scars on my face right here from being held down and clipped with a wire snip. And we will cover that case too. All things are going that. For those that have been following me with it, he goes to court next week. So, as you can see here, and also on this site, I found this. We've got Planned Parenthood stuff because I know a lot of people talk about the Daybell case, the Lori and Chad Daybell or whatever. For y'all's viewing pleasure. The state of Idaho versus Chad Guy Daybell, and it has everything in there. All the way back to 2021, it looks like. Going down. Because I've heard a lot of talk. I have not personally touched the Ballo case, and then we have state of Idaho versus Lori Daybell. I've not touched that case. I haven't. I may have like did a little bit of research on it if I modded in a if I modded on a channel or whatever, I might have looked up some stuff. But yeah. But then we have on down a little bit more. Okay, Mama Bear. I mean, and sometimes I do tend to like over talk or whatever sometimes, but I've been doing this stuff for a long, long time, this research stuff. And what is that, Mama Bear? Oh, about the Daybell case? Yes, it's got a lot of stuff. So, I mean, if anybody needs it, it's on the site. And one of y'all drop that website if you can see it right there. Or I will drop it. Hold on. Hold on. And this guy right here is Aaron Anson von Edlinger. I don't know who that is, what he is, how he is. I don't know nothing. Actually, Lake, and I got my pacer from Missouri, so we might actually get back in some stuff. Really, my condolences to you. There is the link for the site that we will be using. Sorry, I get a little emotional. My little eyeballs that may like, what the heck? Go this route. Because y'all need to see me. Y'all just need to hear me. Hey, Simply Tea. Hey, hey. Y'all don't be playing with me. Welcome to the stream. Yes, I am. I am live right now. Welcome to the stream. And we are just now fixing to get started. Researching 6 years almost. Okay, y'all ready? Set. Let's go. For those of you who have never been in my live or whatever, watch my replays or whatever, you know I do tend to get a little bit silly and stuff like that. But yeah, there's that person's there. I might check into this because checking. Do you know anything about this Aaron Anselm Ben Illinger? Must be kin to Beethoven or something. We'll check that out later on though. Right here. Okay, I'm gonna let you. Okay, and my mods are gonna take over the chat for me because I can't watch my phone and watch this. So here we go. We're gonna start down here at this right here where it says notice of hearing. I'm gonna go backwards a little bit, even though I should go with the affidavit. Yeah, well, I'll just what y'all want to do? Y'all want to go with the affidavit or the other ones first? Or no, we're gonna do it like this. We're gonna do it like this. Hold up. I gotta share my screen. Share my screen. My screen. All right now. Y'all can just tap. Who knows? I gotta present a screen to y'all. I'll stop that one. But anyway, that's where all the stuff is coming from off of that site that I just showed y'all, the Idaho sites. I have all this stuff already downloaded. Look at that pretty girl right there with them teeth. You ready, Simply T? Yeah, I have. That's me watching this. You see that I have two mods. Kind of did my stream setup different today, but I have two mods on the side. But we're here. Trigger warning ahead of time. Big trigger warning. My internet today does all. That's not what I wanted. Where is my thing? There we go. Let me just make sure. Okay, mod. Everybody see the in the chat for yet. We're gonna do that. The affidavit first. I think. Let me find. I'll see it. Okay. Gosh, dog. Let me share. I don't. Okay, hold on, y'all. And I don't know what's going on or whatever, but I don't like to do. If anybody's gonna talk about any other creators or anything like that, it's gonna be me. So if there's an issue or something, just let me know. That might help right there. Where's my window? Right there. Now, can y'all see it? I think y'all can. Okay, what we have here, and you can see up at the top, it says December 29th, 2022, PM 252, Clerk of District Court, Latah. That just means that you cannot see that. Okay, hold on. I'm sharing my screen. Yeah, I'm doing a whole window screen. Hold on 1 second, y'all, because I found it. I think it's saying that I'm sharing a window. Y'all, I mean, just, I don't know. Hold on. All right, so we want the affidavit first. Oh, here's the affidavit right here. I got this document here that we're looking at. This document actually come from the docket on Twitter. Go ahead and give her credit for it. Thankful, or him. Sorry, Eric. I'm thankful for Chasing Paper because they hey, it's good to be able to have a way to get documents when you can, because I was a little bit worried there for a while. All right, here we go. Get one more bite. Okay, I'm here. Hold on. So this right here, like I said, up here at the top right, is just shows that that full screen. No, where's my full screen? Now what? I have 2 lives. Yeah, I've got them coming from every different which way right now. Y'all want me to just stop and y'all come back in the other one? Yeah, I'll do that. I'll hold on a second. Y'all come back in the other one, okay? Please do that. I'm in this one. Bye. Love y'all. All right. All right. Now, I'll real quick. So, yeah. Let them get in here. They're just coming in. We're discussing the BRYAN coffin. Well, I'm going to be except for other than the thing here. So, statement of Brett Payne. Don't do that. The below information is provided by Brett Payne, who is a duly appointed, qualified, and acting peace officer within the county of Latah, state of Idaho. Brett Payne is employed. Hold on a second, y'all. Just once. I'm trying to get my stuff like all the way over. Yeah, enter full screen. Full screen. Oh goodness gracious! Forget it, Tasha. Just forget it. Okay. Brett Payne is employed by the Moscow Police Department in the official capacity or position of corporal. That's the CPO stands for, and has been a trained and qualified peace officer for approximately 4 years. Corporal Payne is being assisted by members of the Idaho State Police and agents of the Federal Bureau of Investigation. November 13, 2022, at approximately 4:00 p.m., Moscow Police Department Sergeant Blaker and I responded to 1122 King Road, Moscow, Idaho, hereafter will be referred to as the King Road residence, to assist with scene security and processing of a crime scene associated with 4 homicides. Upon our arrival, the Idaho State Police forensic team was on scene and was prepared to begin processing the scene. MPD Officer Smith, one of the initial responding officers to the incident, advised he would walk me through the scene. Trigger warning coming up right here. Hold on now. This is really hard for me. I mean, I'm just saying this is really hard for me. Officer Smith and I entered the King Road residence through the bottom floor door on the north side of the building. Officer Smith and I then walked upstairs to the second floor. Officer Smith directed me down the hallway to the west bedroom on the second floor, which I later learned through Xana's driver's license and other personal belongings found in the room was Xana Kernoodle's, hereafter will be known as Kernoodle room. Just before this room, there was a bathroom door on the south wall of the hallway. As I approached the room, I could see a body later identified as Kernoodle's laying on the floor. Kernoodle was deceased with wounds which appeared to have been caused by an edged weapon. And it has redacted at the end of this, and I'm presuming that the only reason it says redacted is it probably did have the autopsy report, and it probably did have some other pictures to it. So I'm just presuming, it's just my assumption. Also in the room was a male later identified as Ethan Chapin, hereafter to be called Chapin. Chapin was also deceased with wounds later determined by autopsy report provided by Spokane County Medical Examiner dated December 15, 2022 to be caused by sharp force injuries. I then followed OSC Smith upstairs to the third floor of the residence. So what you just read right there was, we're going to go over that real quick. We have Ethan and Xana. Ethan was not a resident of the Angel House. That's what I'm calling it, the Angel House. He was in an intimate relationship with Xana Kernoodle. She was a resident there. He was just staying the night. They had attended a party at Sigma Chi earlier that evening, from which is a fraternity. So there goes that question right there to placement of the bodies. Where was Xana? Where was Ethan? Were they in the same bed together? Were they hanging upside down by their toes? I mean, I'm just saying, where were they? And it shows that as they approached Xana's room, they could see Xana's body. And the only thing I can think of, and it's like, I keep seeing this stuff over and over and over in my head, and it's breaking my heart because I do have an intuitive spirit. I can actually visualize things with accidents and stuff like that and not even have to be there. I mean, you're okay, Johnny. You're fine. Lay down. Come here. Lay down, Mama. Come here. I had to put my leg up. Sorry. Hold on. Stupid thing going crazy again. I'm trying to get better comfortable on this bed too. I gotta have a desk and stuff for real in here. So I mean, I can actually I'm trying, y'all. It is very hard. That's why I went ahead and read this earlier prior to doing the live. But thank you. So we now know where. But what I was going to say is, I mean, there's no way we can find out either because they're gone now. But considering that as they approached the room, they seen Xana's body laying there, I'm wondering if Xana wasn't trying to escape, trying to get out. I'm sure I'll have more vivid visions in the days to come as this all really, really, really unfolds. And then it says also in the room was Mel. It didn't say exactly where he was at, in there, but from my research I've done on the 4chan and Twitter and Reddit and all the researching I've done, the posts I've read, and even the ones that I read just recently about, we're assuming were those of the killer, made plenty of comments about, or made a comment about that the blood that we seen outside the residence running down the back of the house come from Xana's room, not the stairs or anything like that. It come from Xana's room. So there we have Xana and Ethan. May God bless their soul, and may they continue to watch over their family and really be angels, even though we'd much rather them be here with us. Yeah, true, Mama Bear. Okay, continuing. I then followed O.C. Smith upstairs to the third floor of the residence. The third floor consisted of 2 bedrooms and 1 bathroom. Trigger warning, and yeah. Bedroom on the west side of the floor was later determined to be Kaylee Gonsalves, hereafter Gonsalves' room. I later learned from review of Officer Noon's body camera there was a dog in the room when Moscow police officers initially responded. Y'all give me a minute, because poor Murphy, we've all asked and asked and asked about the dog. And one thing I kept saying was that dog is going to be by its owner. So, Murphy's a victim here too. He is a victim as well. The surviving roommates are victims. Us that do the research on these cases, all of us web sleuths, we are victims. The person who did this, the acts that was committed on November 13th, 2022 at 1122 King Road in Moscow, Idaho. They need Jesus big time. But Murphy, Mama Bear, is with Jack, yes. He's with his daddy. Murphy's with his daddy. Back to this, though, now. Later learned from a review of the Noon's body camera, there's a dog in the room when Moscow police officers initially responded. The dog belonged to Gonsalves and her ex-boyfriend, Jack Decor. I found out from my interview with Jack Decor on November 13, 2022, that he and Gonsalves shared the dog. Officer Smith then pointed out a small bathroom on the east side of the third floor. Yeah, I think he did go to an animal shelter at first, Mama Bear, and then he was released to his daddy. But I'm sure that they did that. I would almost bet that they had to take and, check him for DNA too. I mean, I'm just saying, he was a witness to the crime. Johnny quit, son. So, officers met them, pointed out a small bathroom on the east side of the third floor. This bathroom shared a wall with Madison Mogan's. And Madison just gets me, period, because Maddie. Mogan bedroom, which was situated on the southeast corner of the third floor. Trigger warning. As I entered this bedroom, I could see two females in the single bed in the room. Now, for those who don't know, who are just tuning in, I'm sorry, I'm emotional. Madison Mogan and Kaylee Gonzalez have been best friends. Like, they weren't friends, they were sisters. For real. It was leaked to us on Johnny. Quit. It was leaked to us on the memorial service at the U of I University. Hold on a second, y'all. 1 second. It was released to us that, by Kaylee Gonzalez's dad, that, these two girls grew up together. They went to school together. They enrolled together there at U of I. And when he said they even passed away in the same bed together, I think everybody listening online and everybody, Princess. Whenever her dad, though, Steve Gonsalves, that's Kaylee Gonsalves' dad, when he said that they were found in the same bed together, it was just wow. Okay, checking. Be careful. Just be careful and leave me your thoughts and stuff on it. And thank you for sharing it out for me. So let's get back here to it. Says as I entered this bedroom, I could see two females in the single bed in the room. Both Gonsalves and Mogan were deceased with visible stab wounds. I also later noticed what appeared to be a tan leather knife sheath laying on the bed next to Mogan's right side. Now, Mama Bear, no, it's September Virgo. September Virgo, I believe, is who watched it with me, I believe. We did the 4chan when I first got introduced to 4chan, and in one of the posts, somebody had put, left the wallet or whatever and his keys behind. No, he didn't leave his wallet, but what he did was he left something very valuable. He left that next to Mogan's side when viewed from the door. The sheath was later processed and had quotation KA-BAR in a quotation USMC in a quotation, so K-bar USMC, and the United States Marine Corps Eagle Globe and anchor insignia stamped on the outside of it. The Idaho State I am too, Mama Bear. The Idaho State Lab later located a single source of male DNA. And it's got suspect profile in parentheses there left on the bottom snap of the knife sheath. So, let's go over that real quick. So, we now have the discovery of Xana and Ethan's bodies on the second floor. And we now have the discovery of where Maddie and Kaylee, where they were found. Found in the same bed together with a piece of DNA. Yeah. So we're going to continue. As part of the investigation, numerous interviews were conducted by Moscow Police Department officers, Idaho police detectives, and FBI agents. Two of the interviews included BF and DM. Stance that explained away as life was. I don't think they're gonna go with that though. For real, Mama Bear. I don't. Just wait. It gets better. It don't get better, but it gets, just wait. Because that, I was a little bit, could that have been staged even or whatever? Because, Hold up, wait a minute. It says that also later noticed what appeared to be a tan leather knife sheath laying on the bed next to Mogan's right side. Which I'd have to go back and really dig into the placement and things like that of the bed and all this. But yeah, wow. Next. Part of the investigation, numerous interviews were conducted by Moscow Police Department officers, Idaho State Police Detectives, FBI agents. Two of the interviews included BF and DM. Both BF and DM were inside the King Road residence at the time of the homicides and were roommates to the victims. Many of y'all know BF. BF is Bethany Fuentes, I think, or Puente or whatever, and DM is Dylan Mortensen. I, in the beginning, thought that Dylan was a guy. I'm sorry about that, Dylan. I'm very sorry. Something threw him off. According to some stuff I've read, and considering that what Kaylee's dad said, how Kaylee's wounds were way worse. Breathe, Tasha. And I can see this. I can see it plain as day right now. The way he killed Kaylee. He needs his ass whooped, to be honest. He needs a damn good ass whooping. With his intestines, that's all I'm going to put. I can understand how, and you see right here, we have a blank there, and I'm just wondering if that's not a picture of the sheaf or whatever that's been redacted, because it could be. Because it has two right there, so I'm guessing that this is a, yeah. We're going to carry on. Based on numerous interviews conducted by MPD officers, ISP detectives, and FBI agents, as well as my review of evidence, I have learned the following. Because remember how we've kept saying that somebody had to hear something? We're going to get to that here shortly. Probably about right now. Mama Bear, can you drop a trigger warning for me? If anybody comes in, they can see it. It's at the top, but yeah. He took Xana and Ethan down first. He could have been more. Yeah, and they weren't in the bed either, so, and they were. I'll get there in a second. Hold on. Based on numerous interviews conducted by MPD officers, ISP detectives, and FBI agents, as well as my review of evidence, I have learned the following. On the evening of November 12, 2022, Chapin and Kernoodle were seen. Can I put the comment to the top? If you can, yeah. I've got one pinned at the top, but I'm talking about just in case nobody looks at the, whatever. Whatever you can do, Mama Bear, do it. Do the thing, woman, do the thing. Chapin and Kernoodle were seen by BF, which is Bethany Fuentes, at the Sigma Chi House on the University of Idaho campus, 735 Nez Pierce Drive, from approximately 9 p.m. on November 12th to 1:45 a.m. on November 13th. BF also estimated that approximately 1:45 a.m. Chapin and Kernoodle returned to the King Road residence. BF also stated that Chapin did not live in the King Road residence, but was a guest at Kernoodle's. Gonsalves and Mogan were at a local bar, the Corner Club at 202 North Main Street in Moscow, Idaho. Gonsalves and Mogan can be seen on video footage provided by the Corner Club between 10 p.m. on November 12th and 1:30 a.m. on November 13th. At approximately 1:30 a.m., Gonsalves and Mogan can be seen on a video at the local food vendor called the Grub Truck at 318 South Main Street in downtown Moscow. The Grub Truck live streams video from their food truck on the streaming platform Twitch, which is available for public viewing on their website. This video was captured by law enforcement. A private party reported that he provided a ride to Gonsalves and Mogan at approximately 1:56 a.m. from downtown Moscow in front of the grub truck to the King Grove residence. And I can vouch for this Twitch thing because I actually got nosy. I mean, it's part of my research. I mean, when you're doing research and you're covering these cases, you want to find every piece of evidence you can and make sure that it's right before you tell it. Because Lord knows we got plenty enough clout chasers on the streets, on the YouTube media triangle streets. So yeah, I did get nosy on there, and I mean, yeah, I got freaked out at first. I was like, oh my god, what's my name on here? You know, like, what if they see it's me and they come after me or whatever? But yeah. So DM and BF both made statements during interviews that indicated the occupants at the King Road residence were at home by 2 a.m. and asleep, or at least in their rooms by approximately 4 a.m. This is with the exception of Kernoodle, who received a DoorDash order at the residence approximately 4 o'clock a.m. Law enforcement identified the DoorDash delivery driver who reported this information. So, DoorDash is why they were up. Xana and Ethan were still awake. And we have a spot right there. Trigger warning. And I'm going to go ahead and be honest. I get emotional like this because I have experienced violent attacks on my life. So, I mean, probably Mama Bear. So, I mean, these cases, they get to me. They help me process stuff, but they help me as well. And they hurt. Because victim and victim's families, man, we have to relive that crap, and it's not fun, but yeah. So DM stated that she originally went to sleep in her bedroom on the southeast side of the second floor. Yeah, it's very triggering. DM stated she went to sleep on the southeast side of the second floor. DM stated she was awoken at approximately 4 o'clock a.m. by what she stated sounded like Gonsalves playing with her dog in one of the upstairs bedroom, which was located on the third floor. A short time later, DM said she heard who she thought was Gonsalves say something to the effect of, "There's someone here." A review of records obtained from forensic download of Kernoodle's phone showed this could also have been Kernoodle, as her cellular phone indicated she was likely awake and using the TikTok app at approximately 4:12 a.m. DM stated she looked out her bedroom but did not see anything when she heard the comment about someone being in the house. DM stated she opened her door a second time when she heard what she thought was crying coming from Kernoodle's room. DM then said she heard a male voice say something to the effect, "It's okay, I'm going to help you." It's going to take us all afternoon to get those documents. I'm so sorry, y'all. So, my apologies right now. I will make this a public apology to Dylan for not, because we hadn't heard nothing. You know, all we kept hearing was she was asleep. They're asleep. They're asleep. Well, crap. And I'm so sorry, Angel. I'm so sorry, babe girl. Because I can only imagine what you feel right now. To hear something like that and then not to go any further or whatever, and just be like, just go back in your room or whatever. And I know what it's like. I've been there. I know. So she said, at approximately 4:17 a.m., a security camera located at 1112 King Road, a residence immediately at the northwest of 1122 King Road, picked up a sort of audio of what sounded like voices or a whimper, followed by a loud thud. A dog can also be heard barking numerous times starting at 4:17 a.m. The security camera is less than 50 feet from the west wall of Kernoodle's bedroom. I'm trying to do what you are. There's a lot I want to say. Yeah, well, I've been taking breaks and stuff on it, but it's, So just go ahead. I mean, if you want to go ahead and drop your questions or whatever, you can, Mama Bear. I mean, I'll see them. So the 1112 King Road, I believe, is the residence that had the security camera on it, and it must be because it said that picked up distorted audio, what sounded like voices or a whimper, followed by a loud thud, and then that corroborates with what Dylan says by she thought she heard crying and thought she heard the dog or whatever. So, DM stated she opened her door for the third time after she heard the crying and saw a figure clad in black clothing and a mask that covered the person's mouth and nose walking towards her. I believe I just had to die right there. For real. All this, but calling friends first. We're gonna get this right here. Probably pretty much sums that up. What you're asking right there. She said, mouth and nose walking toward her. DM described the figure as 5'10" or taller, male, not very muscular, but athletically built with bushy eyebrows. The male walked past DM as she stood in a frozen shock phase. The male walked towards the black back sliding glass door. DM locked herself in the room after seeing the male. DM did not state that she recognized the male. This leads investigators to believe that the murderer left the scene, which in the comments I read off that one account says that the killer entered through the sliding glass door and left out the sliding glass door. Combination of DM's statements to law enforcement, reviews of forensic downloads and records from BF and DM's phone, and video of suspect video described below leads investigators to believe the homicides occurred between 4 a.m. and 4:25 a.m. Well, hold on a second. Can't you just imagine, though, hearing those things, and then you come out of your room, and I'm supposing that I don't know if it was right outside your room or whatever, those are yet to be found out. But for the killer to walk right past her, I mean, I can imagine he was in a zone just from, because Kaylee was his last one that he murdered. And the damage that was done to that poor baby is, I can see his creepy, I can see it. And, yeah, it's just, I've had hands-on experience with a mug that has them creepy dark eyes. They could just kill you with one, like, whatever. I've had experience with people, with a guy like that. And, yeah. This is part of the investigation. Extensive search, commonly referred to in law enforcement as video canvas, was conducted in the area of the King Road residence. This video canvas was to obtain any footage from the early morning hours of November 13, 2022 to the area King Road residence and surrounding neighborhoods in an effort to locate the suspects. I got S in parentheses. Or suspect vehicle, S in parentheses. traveling to or leaving from the King Road residence. This video canvas resulted in the collection of numerous surveillance videos in the area from both the residential and business addresses. I reviewed numerous videos that were collected and have had conversations with the other MPD officers, ISP detective, FBI agent, similarly reviewing footage. So, I mean, remember, she said that the gentleman walked past her, and they detected a shoe print. Showed a diamond-shaped pattern similar to the pattern of Van's top shoe sole just outside the door of DM's bedroom. So there was blood. There was a bloody shoe print. And unfortunately, Dylan had contact with the killer. She's lucky he was in that state of shock, though, or state of euphoria, I guess is what sometimes they will call it. Psychopath, sociopathic, psychotic idiots. It's weird after they do a kill or whatever. So it says a review of camera footage indicated that a white sedan, hereafter suspect vehicle one, was observed traveling westbound in the 700 block of Indian Hill Drive at Moscow at approximately 3:26 a.m. and westbound on Steiner Avenue at Idaho State Highway 95 in Moscow at approximately 3:28 a.m. Hold on, y'all. Oh, goodness. This is why I don't like to get upset right here, because it constricts me. It makes me choked up and stuff. This case might be the death of me. Who knows? A review of footage from multiple sources. Multiple videos obtained in the King Road neighborhood showed multiple sightings of suspect vehicle one starting at 3:29 a.m. and ending at 4:20 a.m. These sightings show suspect vehicles one make an initial. Yeah, it is. This is the roughest one. Well, I mean, I worked on one from '96, but yeah. Anyway, here in Missouri. Sightings show suspect vehicle one makes an initial 3 passes by the 1122 King Road residence by the Angel House and then leave via Wallenta Drive. Based off of my experience as a patrol officer, this is a residential neighborhood with a very limited number of vehicles that travel in the area during the early morning hours. Upon review of the video, there are only few cars. Yeah, I know. Very limited number of vehicles that travel in this area during the very early morning hours. Upon review of the video, there are only a few cars that enter and exit this area during this time frame. And let's see, the body cam footage of the kids running across the field was around 3 something. So this is probably why we did not see this vehicle during that time of the body cam footage. We've seen other vehicles or whatever, but yeah. Suspect vehicle one can be seen entering the area 4 times, approximately 4:04 a.m. It can be seen driving eastbound on King Road, stopping and turning around in front of 500 Queen Road, number 52, and then driving back westbound on King Road. When suspect vehicle one is in front of the King Road residences, appeared to successfully attempt to park or turn around in the road. The vehicle then continued to the intersection of Queen Road and King Road, where it can be seen completing a 3-point turn and then driving eastbound again down Queen Road. Suspect vehicle one is next seen departing the area of the King Road residence at approximately 4:20 a.m. at a high rate of speed. Suspect vehicle one is next observed traveling southbound on Wallenta Drive. Based on my knowledge of the area and review of camera footage in the neighborhood, that does not show suspect vehicle one during that time frame. I believe that suspect vehicle one likely exited the neighborhood at Palouse River Drive and Conestoga Drive. Palouse River Drive is the southern edge of Moscow and proceeds into Whitman County, Washington. Eventually, the road leads to Pullman, Washington. Pullman, Washington is approximately, and y'all see the blank parts here as I'm scrolling down. I'm supposing that's where those pictures or whatever. This is approximately 10 miles from Moscow, Idaho. Both Pullman and Moscow are small college towns, and people commonly travel back and forth between them. Law enforcement officers provided video footage of suspect vehicle one to forensic examiners with the Federal Bureau of Investigations that regularly utilize surveillance footage to identify the year, make, and model of an unknown vehicle that is observed by one or more cameras during the commission of a criminal offense. The forensic examiner has approximately 35 years law enforcement experience with 12 years of the FBI. His specific training includes identifying unique characteristics of clues of vehicles across states to identify differences between vehicles. So the people that we're dealing with here are professionals. They know what they're doing. And I thank them for doing the work they did and getting this creep off the streets. After reviewing the numerous observations of suspect vehicle one, the forensic examiner initially believed that suspect vehicle one was a 2011-2013 Hyundai Elantra. Upon further review, he indicated it could also be a 2011-2016 Hyundai Elantra. As a result, investigators had been reviewing information on person in possession of vehicle 2011-2016 white Hyundai Elantra. Oh, excuse me, I gotta turn my heat on. I'm getting cold. So it might be a little loud in here. All right, so investigators were given the footage on the Washington State University campus in Pullman, Washington. Before I go into this, is there any questions real quick before I go any further to getting into how they pinpointed BRYAN KOHBERGER? I'll take a question right now if there's any. Mama Bear, you said that you had some comments a while ago. Okay. Is there anybody else in here? I don't think we have anybody in here now, do we? See, I'll get to go over this again later with my best friend. When she gets off work, I'll get to go over it with her when she gets off. And hopefully my boyfriend's not on my girlfriend. Let me get a bite and then. It probably is, Mom Bear. What we gonna do one of these days when we get so many people in here to chat, we won't stop running for nothing and have to have it on slow mode and everything. I don't see that ever happening, but yeah. Simply Tea. Mama Bear, can you drop Simply Tea's link? I don't know if I've ever watched your channel. I'll have to, though. Thank you for jumping in. I'm still trying to build mine up. I've had it for a few years, but this is the most I've had on it. For real. I'll have to check it out because I don't think I've ever watched yours. For real. If I have, apologize. Okay. I like her name, Simply Tea. My nickname, I have a couple of nicknames, but it's Cowgirl and Sweet Tea because I used to live in a town called East Prairie, Missouri. So that's, hey, I like doing panels. I think I do better with other people than I do myself sometimes. Just let me know. We'll do it. All right, so here we go again. Investigators were given access to the footage on the Washington State University campus located in Pullman, Washington. A review. I'm coming over. Are you? Yeah, I got all of them. It's just a mess. It's a heartbreaking mess. That's what it is indeed. Okay, so yeah, it's I don't know how to explain it really. It's just crazy. But so our view of video indicated that at approximately 2:44 a.m. on November 13, 2022, a white sedan, which was consistent with the description of the white launcher known as suspect vehicle 1, was observed on WSU surveillance cameras traveling north on north southeast Nevada Street at Northeast Stadium Way at approximately 2:53 a.m. A white sedan, which is consistent with the description of a white launcher known as suspect vehicle 1, was observed traveling southeast on Nevada Street in Pullman, Washington, towards SR270. SR270 connects Pullman, Washington to Moscow. Um, Idaho. This camera footage from Pullman, Washington was provided to the same FBI forensic examiner. The forensic examiner identified the vehicle observed in Pullman, Washington as being a 2014-2016 Hyundai Elantra. At approximately 5:25 a.m., a white sedan, which was consistent with the description of suspect vehicle 1, was observed on 5 cameras in Pullman, Washington, and on WSU campus cameras. A first camera that recorded the white sedan was located at 1300 Johnson Road in Pullman. The white sedan was observed traveling northbound on Johnson Road. Johnson Road leads directly back to the West Palouse River Drive in Moscow, which intersects with Konstoga. It's okay, Mama Bear. Konstoga Drive. The white sedan was then observed turning north on Bishop Boulevard and northwest on SR 270. At approximately 5:27 a.m., the white Elantra was observed on cameras traveling northbound on Stadium Way at Nevada Street, Stadium Way at Grimes Way, Stadium Drive at Wilson Road, and Stadium Way at Cougar Way. Here we have a picture of depiction showing Moscow and Pullman. We do have some pictures. Depiction showing white Elantра's path of travel, not to scale. And here we have a legend. I'm not going to go over those part though, but on November 25th, 2022, MPD asked area law enforcement agencies to be on the lookout for white Hyundai Elantras in the area. On November 29, 2022, at approximately 12:28 a.m., Washington State University WSU police officer Daniel Tiengo queried white Elantras registered at WSU. As a result of the query, he located a 2015 white Elantra with a Pennsylvania license plate LFZ-8649. Carfax will be shut down today as probably messed up. Just saying. We some sleuths. I'm telling you, we some sleuths. I got people calling me about Carfax registrations right now, want me to buy one. I was like, look, I don't need it now. I'm good, thank you. So we got license plate number LFZ-8649. This vehicle was registered to BRYAN KOHBERGER, hereafter Creep is what I'm calling him, residing at 1630 Northeast Valley Road, apartment 201, Pullman, Washington. 1630 Northeast Valley Road is approximately 3/4 of a mile from the intersection of Stadium Way and Cougar Way. Last camera location that picked up the white Elantra. That same day at approximately 12:58 a.m., WSU officer Curtis Whitman was looking for white Hyundai Elantras and located a 2015 white Hyundai Elantra at 1630 Northeast Valley Road in Pullman's in the parking lot. 1630 Northeast Valley Road is an apartment complex that houses WSU students. Officer Whitman also ran the car and it returned to KOHBERGER with a Washington tag. I reviewed KOHBERGER Washington State driver's license information and photograph. This license indicates that KOHBERGER is a white male with a height of 6 feet and weighs 185 pounds. Additionally, the photograph of KOHBERGER shows that he has bushy eyebrows. KOHBERGER's physical description is consistent with the description of the male DM saw inside the King Road residence on November 13th. Further investigation, including a review of Latah County Sheriff's Deputy Corporal Duke's body camera report, showed that on August 21st, 2022, Bryan Kohberger was detained as part of a traffic stop that occurred in Moscow, Idaho by Corporal Duke. At the time, Kohberger was the sole occupant, was driving a white 2015 Hyundai Elantra with Pennsylvania plate LSZ 8649, which was set to expire on November 30th, 2022. During the stop, which was recorded via law enforcement body cameras, Kohberger provided his phone number as 8548, hereafter 8548 phone, as his cellular telephone number. Investigators conducted electronic database queries and learned the 8548 phone is number issued by AT&T. On October 14, 2022, Bryan Kohberger was detained as part of a traffic stop by a WSU police officer. Upon review of that body cam and report of the stop, Kohberger was sole occupant and was driving a white 2015 Hyundai Elantra with Pennsylvania tag plate LFZ-8649. On November 18, 2022, according to Washington State License, according to Washington State Licensing, Kohberger registered the 2015 white Elantra with Washington and later received Washington plate CFB 8708. Prior to this time, the 2015 white Elantra was registered to Pennsylvania, which does not require a front license plate to be displayed. This was learned through communications with Pennsylvania officer who is currently certified by the State Board of Pennsylvania. Based upon my own experience and communication with Washington law enforcement, I know that Idaho and Washington require front and back license plate to be displayed. So, recap real quick on that. We have video footage of this vehicle coming, going around King Road, all this and that, and we also have the white Elantra nailed down to Bryan Kohberger. Investigators believe that Kohberger is still driving the 2015 white Elantra because his vehicle was captured on December 13, 2022 by a license plate reader in Loma, Colorado. Information provided by a query to a database. Kohberger's Elantra was then queried on December 15, 2022 by law enforcement in Hancock County, Indiana on December 16, 2022 at approximately 2:26 p.m. Surveillance video showed Kohberger's Elantra in Albertsville, Pennsylvania. The sole occupant of the vehicle was a white male whose description was consistent with Kohberger. Kohberger has family in Albertsville, Pennsylvania, learned through a TLO search and locate tool database query. The family that he has in Albertsville, he has two sisters, and he has a mother and he has a father. Based on information provided on the WSU website, Kohberger is currently a PhD student in criminology at Washington State University. Pursuant to records provided by a member of the interview panel for the Pullman Police Department, we learned that Kohberger's past education included undergraduate degrees in psychology and cloud-based forensics. These records also show Kohberger wrote an essay when he applied for an internship with the Pullman Police Department in the fall of 2022. Kohberger wrote in his essay he had interest in assisting rural law enforcement agencies with how to better collect and analyze technological data and public safety operations. It's a creep. Kohberger also posted a Reddit survey, which can be found by an open source internet search. The survey asked for participants to provide information to understand, quote, understand how emotions and psychological traits influence decision making when committing a crime. Premeditation, if you ask me. As part of this investigation, law enforcement obtained search warrants to determine cellular devices that utilize cellular towers in close proximity to King Road residents on November 13, 2022 between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m. After determining that Kohberger was associated to both the 2015 white Elantra and the 8458 phone, investigators reviewed these search warrant returns. A query of the 8458 phone, and these returns did not show the 8458 phone utilizing cellular tower resources in close proximity to King Road residents between 3 o'clock a.m. and 5 o'clock a.m. Now listen to this closely. Based on my training, experience, and conversations with law enforcement officers that specialize in the utilization of cellular telephone records as part of investigations, individuals can either leave their cellular phone at different location before committing a crime or turn their cellular phone off prior to going to location to commit a crime. This is done by subjects in an effort to avoid alerting law enforcement that the cellular device associated with them was in a particular area where a crime is committed. I also know that on numerous occasions, subjects will survey an area where they intend to commit a crime prior to the date of the crime. Depending on the circumstances, this could be done a few days before or several months prior to the commission of a crime. During these types of surveillance, it is possible that an individual would not leave their cell phone at a separate location or turn it off since they did not plan to commit the offense that particular day. On December 23rd, 2022, I applied for and was granted a search warrant for historical phone records between November 12th, 2022 at 12 a.m. and November 14th at 12 a.m. for the 8458 phone number held by the phone provider AT&T approximately 24 hours preceding and following the time of the homicide. On December 23rd, 2022, pursuant to the search warrant, I received records for the 8458 phone from AT&T. These records indicated that the 84858 phone is subscribed to BRYAN KOHBERGER, an address in Albertville, Pennsylvania, and the account has been open since June 23rd, 2022. These records also indicate also include historical cell site location information, CSLI, for the 8458 phone. After receiving this information, I consulted with FBI Special Agent SA that is certified as a member of the Cellular Analysis Survey Team, CAST. Members of CAST are certified with the FBI to provide expert testimony in the field of historical CSLI and are required to pass extensive training that includes both written and practical examinations prior to be certified with CAST. Almost there. Members of CAST are certified with the FBI to provide expert testimony in the field of historical CSLI and are required to pass extensive training that includes both written and practical examinations prior to be certified with CAST, as well as completion of yearly certification requirements. Additionally, the FBI CAST, a special agent that I consulted with, that has over 15 years of federal law enforcement experience, which includes 6 years with the FBI. From information provided by CAST, I was able to determine estimated locations for the 8458 phone from November 12, 2022 to November 13, 2022, the time period authorized by the court. On November 13, 2022, at approximately 2:42 a.m., the 8458 phone was utilized in cellular phone was, hold on, let me catch my breath here. On November 13, 2022, at approximately 2:42 a.m., the 8458 phone was utilizing cellular resources that provide Jesus Christ. Provide coverage southeast of the KOHBERGER residence, consistent with the 8458 phone leaving the KOHBERGER residence and traveling south through Pullman, Washington. This is consistent with the movement of the White Elantra. At approximately 2:47 a.m., the 8458 phone stops reporting to the network, which is consistent with either the phone being in an area without cellular coverage, the connection to the network is disabled, such as putting the phone in airplane mode, or that the phone is turned off. The 8458 phone does not report to network again until approximately 4:48 a.m., at which time it utilized cellular resources to provide coverage to Idaho State Highway 95 south of Moscow, Idaho, near Blaine, Idaho, north of Genesee. Between 4:50 a.m. and 5:26 a.m., the phone utilizes cellular resources that are consistent with the 8458 phone traveling south on Idaho State 95 to Denise, Idaho, and then traveling west towards Uniontown, Idaho, and then back into Pullman, Washington. At approximately 5:30 a.m., the 8458 phone is utilizing resources that provide coverage to Pullman, Washington, consistent with the phone traveling back to the KOHBERGER residence. The 8458 phone's movements are consistent with the movements of the White Elantra that is observed traveling north on Stadium Drive at approximately 5:27 a.m. Based on a review of the 8458 phone's estimated location of travel, the 8458 phone's travel is consistent with that of the White Elantra. The other review indicated that the 8458 phone utilized cellular resources on November 13, 2022, that they're consistent with the 8458 phone. Phone leaving the area of the KOHBERGER resident approximately 9 o'clock a.m. and traveling to Moscow, Idaho, specifically the 8458 phone utilized cellular resources that provide coverage to the King Road resident between 9:12 a.m. and 9:21 a.m. The 8458 phone next utilized cellular resources that are consistent with the 8458 phone traveling back to the area of the Kohberger resident, arriving at the approximate 9:32 a.m. Below is a depiction, not the scale, of the possible route taken based off cellular location. Blah, blah. Okay. Investigators found that the 8458 phone did connect to a cell phone tower that provides service in Moscow on November 14, 2022. But investigators do not believe the 8458 phone was in Moscow on that day. The 8458 phone has not connected to any towers that provide service to Moscow since that date. Based on my training experience and the facts of the investigation thus far, I believe that Kohberger, the user of the 8458 phone, was likely the driver of the white launcher that is observed departing Pullman, Washington, and that his vehicle is likely suspect vehicle 1. Additionally, the route of travel of the 8458 phone during the early morning hours of November 13, 2022, and the lack of the 8458 phone reporting to AT&T between 2:47 a.m. and 4:48 a.m. is consistent with Kohberger attempting to cancel his location during the quadruple homicide that occurred at Kingery residence. Whew. Take a break for a second. Oh, goodness gracious. On December 23rd, 2022, I was granted a search warrant for Kohberger's historical CSLI from June 23rd, 2022 to current prospective location information and a pin register trap and trace on the 8458 phone to aid in efforts to determine if Kohberger stalked any of the victims in the case prior to the events. Continued surveillance on the Kingery residence was in contact with any of the victims' associates before or after the alleged events, any location that may contain evidence of the murders that occurred on November 13, 2022, locations of the white launcher registered to Kohberger, as well as locations of Kohberger. Whew, man. This is a lot. On December 23rd, 2022, pursuant to the search warrant, I received historical records for the 8458 phone from AT&T. From that time, the account was opened in June 2022. After consulting with CAS special agent, I was able to determine the estimated location for the 8458 phone from June 2022 to present, the time period authorized by the court. The records for the 8458 showed the phone utilizing other sources. Long story short, let me just break it down because I'm running out of breath here. All this other stuff here that we're talking about is just basically saying that he was stalking the girls. He was. That's what that was all about, for real. Sad, so sad, so sad. They try to, yeah. Anyway, you're welcome, Mama Bear. You're welcome. And yeah, it's hard, man. It's just really hard. It says here approximately 12:46 a.m. the phone then utilized. I mean, it's just all they're saying right here is that the stalker things that we were hearing, that this document right here, it confirms the stalking too. So I'm gonna find this right here. Okay, right here. On December 27th, 2022, Pennsylvania agents recovered the trash. No, wait. Was in another live and they were talking about how they don't understand how he was already stalking when he only moved there in August. Well, I mean, if you'll think about it, when were they stalked? They were stalked like just a month or so before. Months or so. But we've got, let's see, what was the dates again on it? I tell you what, I'm still being stalked to this day. The dude is in jail, but I'm still being stalked. For real. Yeah. I mean, let's check this out here real quick. Though on December 27th, 2022, hold on, I'm gonna bite. My food's done got cold. I don't care though. To me, Mexican food is one kind of food that you can eat cold or hot. Yeah, it is scary. I'm gonna call the prosecutor tomorrow on my case, and they've got all the evidence they need on mine, but hey, you trying to get out of it, but it ain't gonna happen. But yeah, it says here on December 27, 2022, Pennsylvania, agents recovered the trash from the KOHBERGER family residence located in Albertville, Pennsylvania. That evidence was sent to Idaho State Lab for testing. On December 28, 2022, Idaho State Lab reported the DNA profile obtained from the trash and the DNA profile obtained from the sheath identified a male as not being excluded as valid. Whoa, what? Hold on. See, I kind of sort of like skipped this last paragraph earlier. Damage. December 27, 2022, Pennsylvania agents recovered the trash from KOHBERGER from. Okay, they recovered trash. The Idaho State Lab reported that a DNA profile obtained from the trash and the DNA profile obtained from the sheath identified a male as not being excluded as the biological father of the suspect profile. At least 99.9998% of the male population would be expected to be excluded from the possibility of being the suspect's biological father. Did I just read what I think I just read? Okay, no, okay. Let me see here. Identified male is not being could not be excluded. Did not say was excluded. It says not being excluded as the biological father of the suspect profile. So that's Mama Bear. Did that say what I think it says? It said that or as not being excluded as biological father. I don't know. Shit. Okay. We'll have to figure that shit out right there. I feel like I just stepped into a freaking Jerry Springer or Maury Povich episode or something there. Hold the fuck up. Hold up. So based on the above information I read, and they threw it there at the end too. I mean, you get that they threw it there at the end. Was it his daddy that did it? No, surely not. Surely not. No. Wow. Based on the above information, I request an arrest warrant be issued for Bryan C. KOHBERGER, date of birth 11/21/94, for burglary at 1122 King Street, Moscow, Idaho, and 4 counts of murder in the first degree to the murders of Madison Mogan, Kaylee Gonsalves, Xander Kernoodle, and Ethan Chapin. I declare under penalty of perjury pursuant to the law of the state of Idaho that the foregoing is true and correct. 12/29/22. Brent, whatever his name is. Okay, so there is our affidavit. We have that done. Oh. Now I'm gonna try to. I don't know if I am not. I don't. Wow, that's a hell of a lot. Well, a lot. And I mean, the criminal complaint, all it says is just that. Let me see here. Hold on a second. I won't be able to see it. No, hold on. So, got that done. I cleared that off. We got the probable cause. The probable cause thingamajigger here. Hold on. Let me share my window. And see, it gets me really emotional whenever I'm going through like the main part of it, and you go into all that location stuff. It's just like blah 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 or whatever. But I mean, it's the facts. I mean, you got to have those facts when you're doing a case. No, no, to wall. Let me see here. Y'all let me know when you can see that. Hold on a second. All right, this is our probable cause affidavit right here. And at the top, you got where it was received or whatever there. And then it's the District Court of the Second Judicial District of the State of Idaho and for the County of Utah, State of Idaho plaintiff versus BRYAN C. KOHBERGER, defendant, date of birth 11/21/94, driver's license number 12805, probable cause order for Idaho criminal rule. On review of the information provided in the and it ain't too bad. We have 5 counts here. Count 1, statute 18-1401, Idaho law. Charge description, burglary. Count 2, 18-401, 400, 4003, murder in the first degree. Count, statute and charge description. So 2, 3, 4, and 5. Count 1 murder in first degree. The court finds probable cause to believe the defendant committed the crimes shown above. A warrant of arrest setting bail in the amount of bail. Then you got the legal Idaho legal jargon right there. I don't know what that thing is. 2903, 19-316. It looks like. Dated 12/29/22 at 2:22 p.m. Megan E. Marshall is the magistrate judge. Certificate of delivery. I certify that on this date, served a copy of the attached to William W. Thompson Jr., prosecuting attorney 2022 by hand delivery. Signed by Tanya Dodge, Latara Court. Whew. Okay. Here we have the warrant. Hold on, let me see here. Yeah. We're going to do the arrest warrant. We're going to do the arrest in the District Court of the Second Judicial District of the State of Idaho for the County of Utah. State of Idaho plaintiff versus BRYAN C. KOHBERGER, date of birth 11/20/1994, driver's license. They redacted that. Case number 29-22-2805. Warrant to any law enforcement officer of the state of Idaho. Information having been presented to me on December 29, 2000, and there appearing to be probable cause to be believed that oh, good Lord. Same codes we just read. Idaho Code Section 18. Yeah, the codes that I just mentioned prior have been committed in a arrest to bring the defendant before the court at 522 South County of State of Idaho, or in the case of my absence or ability to act, arrested outside of this county for available magistrate or defendant is arrested. Bail. No bail. Yes, sheriff of the county of Utah. And the right there, dated 12/29/2022. Megan Marshall. And then right here it says return of service, which it's not marked yet, but I'm sure it will be. Here's our criminal complaint right here, showing that on, it's got the Tanya Dodge to her initials. It's got the case number, and then December 29th to the Latah County Prosecutor's Office, William W. Thompson Jr., Prosecuting Attorney, Latah Courthouse. And then PA service at latahcountyid.gov. That's the prosecuting attorney's office for Latah County, Idaho. The District Court of the 2nd Judicial District of the state of Idaho in and for the County of Latah, state of Idaho. Plaintiff versus BRYAN C. KOHBERGER, defendant. Case number CR 292280. I'll probably have that number. Criminal complaint. The undersigned, based upon the affidavit of Brett Payne, says that BRYAN C. KOHBERGER, Latah, state of Idaho, on or about November 13, 2022, did and there commit crime in the state of Idaho. And then we've got the codes again. Burglary, and then we've got murder in the first degree. It's count 2, 4, 5. Committed as follows. Trigger warning. And I'm going to go ahead and say this. I mean, I probably should have put in the Commonwealth Pennsylvania stuff, but, that was last week's. We've now been to Pennsylvania. Now we're back in Idaho. So that's why I'm not going over those with y'all. I mean, I probably should have or whatever, but it's cool. I feel however, Mom got over probably before. So, hold on a second. I'm probably going to read it later because I'm probably going to get sick. Alright. Oh. Count 1. Burglary. Idaho Code of Felony. That the defendant BRYAN C. KOHBERGER, on or about 2022 in Latah County, state of Idaho, did a lawful offense located at 1122 King Road, Moscow, with the intent to commit the felony crime of murder. Juror, what is the verdict on this case? Count 2, first degree. The defendant C. KOHBERGER, on 13, 2022, in Latah County, state of Idaho, did willfully and lawfully deliver with premeditation and with malice, forethought, kill and murder Madison Mogan, a human being, by stabbing Madison Mogan, from which she died. Count 3, murder in the first degree. That defendant BRYAN C. KOHBERGER, on or about November 13, 2022, Latah County, state of Idaho, did willfully and lawfully, deliberately, with premeditation and with malice, forethought, kill and murder Kaylee Gonzalez, a human being, by stabbing Kaylee Gonzalez. Count 4, murder in the first degree. The defendant Latah County, state of Idaho, did willfully and lawfully, with premeditation and with malice, forethought, kill and murder Santa being by stabbing Santa Cornudo from 5. Murder for on or about November 13th in Latah County, state of Idaho, did willfully and lawfully deliver a human being, of which is contrary to force and effect of the statutes above cited against the dignity of the people of the state of Idaho. Wherefore, complaint request issued for the BRYAN C. KOHBERGER, date of birth 1994, social security number ending in 582, dated this 29th day of December 2022. William W. Thompson Jr., prosecuting attorney. This right here, the non-decimation, which is a gag order. 22.3. Uh, the typical gag order. Uh, what's going on here? Oh. This basically says that order specifically prohibits estimated by means of public communication that relates to the following evidence within the occurrence or transactions involved in this case. Performance. Basically, what this is saying is they've released all these documents for crimes. Probably we cannot be asking him, police. So our people need to just go on back to Florida. It was ordered at 4:58 p.m., almost 4:59 p.m. on January 3rd. It's signed by Megan Marshall, the judge. You notice how the judge is a female? I'm liking this. Here is this is January 5th, 2023 at him, Second Judicial District, Wichita County, Johnny Judge. So our clerk is ordered by the clerk. I was like, let's go ahead and get stuff done, because if not, we're not going to hear it. The second district of the state of Idaho and for the county KOHBERGER case for 29-22805. Notice the hearing. Notice is given the above entitled case is set for type initial appearance felony magistrate court on 3:30 a.m. with Judge Megan Marshall at Moscow, Idaho 83843-823. Deputy Clerk Tony Dodge, Clerk of the Court. And to Attorney Thompson and Cher Taylor. I guess that's his lawyer. Sure. Let's see here that. I believe that's all of. Okay. Add today's message. So, hey y'all, how y'all doing? Uh, we got the documents. We got all that we've been wanting. And sometimes they say be careful what you wish for. And yeah. That is that. We've been simply to I'm mad. Have to uh, I FOMO and this past year with this. So because this has been a shock. Uh, my internet is really trying to mess up on me right now. So I'm going to get off of here and rest. I think I could actually go to sleep. Not like it was Christmas where I was sick and all. But yeah, I'm on. It's messing up on me right now. So I'm going to get off of here. For everybody who watched, yeah, it was a lot. And like I said at the beginning of this live, or the beginning of the live where we was on Mama Bear, it's a hard month for me. My thoughts and my prayers are with the families of those lost. And my thoughts and prayers are with everybody who has been impacted by this case. And I've talked to several people, and it's bringing out a lot of stuff in people, especially people who've lost their children and things like that. And I love you all. I'm fixing tips I got. Yeah, and Simply Say, I'll watch for you or whatever. I'm gonna go over and sub up to your channel when I get off here. Uh, that way I can pick or whatever. But, I'm going to get off of here, and I love y'all, and thank you so much for showing up. Bye. Yeah, that's right, Mama Bear. Get them, tell them to leave some DNA on our site. And the sub button, sub and share. Bye, y'all.